Good evening and welcome to the first edition of Late Night Sauce for the year 2024. My name is Mario. I'm here with my co-host Noah, live at the Safe House in East Greenwich, Rhode Island. And tonight we have a very special guest. I'd like to introduce one of our new waitresses here at the Trap. Her name is Rachel Crane. Welcome to the show, Rachel.
Thank you for having me.
We've been trying to get Rachel on the show for months now, but we finally convinced her to do the show tonight. I don't know.
Worked out. We're scheduling worked out.
We completely lucked out tonight, but we're going to have a great show. I got so many questions.
Might have bullied her into it. I don't know.
Maybe a little bit.
I wouldn't say bullied, more coerced.
I don't know
We coerced her with alcohol, which is what we do on the podcast.
It worked.
Tonight's sponsor is, unofficial sponsor, still Kettle One. New year, same old unofficial sponsor, Kettle One. We're still waiting for you guys to reach out to us and say, hey, we appreciate your good work, and maybe we can get a check one of these days, but we're not going to hold our breath. So, before we get started, it's a new year, January, everybody's doing the whole dry January thing, trying to be healthy, but let's talk about we didn't get to talk about the holiday season too much, Christmas and New Year's. So, Noah, what'd you think the last couple of weeks of 2023 here at the Safe House, as far as, business and customers and the vibe?
It was fucking busy. I'm not gonna
You thought we were busy?
I thought we were kind of busy. What do you mean?
I felt like it was a weird kind of busy. Where we definitely weren't slow, but I feel like it was very it was clunky busy.
Yeah.
The busy nights were really busy, but the slow ones were really slow. Rachel works upstairs at the Trap, so she's seen some similar patterns. Would you say?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I started here December 1st. So I had no experience of what this place is even like on a regular night.
How'd you find us?
I applied to 7 different restaurants, moved to Rhode Island, knew I wanted to serve, called up this place because I heard great things about it. I got recommended to Safe House and the Trap as my friend recommended this place to me, and I was like, okay, I'll call. And Jenna answered. She's like, well, you can get an interview today. And so that's how I got this job, and I actually love it.
Really?
Yeah, I do. I really like it. And
very nice.
I think the holiday season was a good time to start because it was super busy. So I got the feel for what the restaurant's actually like. I really liked it, honestly.
I mean, I feel like January is not terrible right now.
No, this January hasn't been bad.
A decent January. Knock on wood, it's still got another week left of January. But, considering, a couple of bad cold nights and snowy nights, it's been steady. So, basically, I feel like this past December was probably one of the weirdest Decembers I've ever had working here in the last 5 years.
I can agree to that.
It was just weird, and there was nothing wrong.
It wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad. It was
weird.
I really feel like, and I've been talking to a lot of other people in the business. They all said the same thing in their restaurants as well. So it's not just us. I just think people are just, between the stress of the holidays and inflation and money and everything else, it's not getting easier out there. But they still find their ways to come in and visit us, so that's always a plus. But I did enjoy the holiday season. I didn't get to watch all the Christmas movies I wanted to watch. I was a little upset with myself about that, but I didn't get to see a lot of people I wanted to see. But that's some good family time. It was good. So
can't watch the movies now. It's not seasonally.
It depends. My sons make me watch it. I have to watch it with them, but they don't make me watch it, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
it used to be like that, but my boys control the TV, so it's kind of whatever they say goes.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So Rachel, you're here from...
I'm here from San Diego. All the way from the other coast.
My lord.
Yep.
I believe the Germans discovered San Diego. I believe it translates to a whale's vagina.
That checks out.
What?
San Diego is German for a whale's vagina.
All right, listen. You might know something about Spanish or French. I feel like you don't know about German.
It's why don't we just agree to disagree on
yeah,
this?
Yeah, 100%. I'll tell
sure.
everybody that from here on out.
You got it.
That's a good
You were
idea.
born and raised in San Diego?
Born and raised in
Really?
Oceanside. Yep, North County, San Diego.
So are you upset when the Chargers had to move to LA?
I have no opinions about sports.
Okay.
No, that works.
Yep,
All right.
but I didn't. It's still in California, so for me it doesn't make a difference.
Okay.
Yep. No, I was born and raised there, and then moved out here only a couple months ago.
Okay.
Yep, it was
Why'd
a
you
long
move?
drive. My fiance got out of the Marine Corps and got a job out here.
Out of the Marine Corps, and now he's
Yes.
working here. What does he do?
He is a groundman. He works alongside the lineman, electrical lineman.
Oh, wow.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we got a job. He got a job out here, and we moved and drove my car across country.
Wow.
What kind of car you drive?
Hyundai Tucson, baby.
There you go.
2018.
Nice.
It's
Whoa.
the best mom car ever. I love it.
That's awesome.
Yep.
That's
Cool.
awesome. So, obviously, you had some experience in the restaurant business, so you're working in San Diego.
Yes.
What's the difference between people in San Diego waiting on them and people in Rhode Island?
The difference? I think Rhode Island people are generally more chatty.
Really?
Yes.
It's Rhode Island.
It's
a small
Rhode Island.
state, man.
It's a small state. And I
Everyone
think
knows it.
I think this is advice that I got when I moved here, and I think it's true. My friends told me, if you want to say something, no matter how awkward or weird you might think it is, just say it, and chances are you're going to get good feedback from the people that live here. In San Diego, not so much. They just want their food. They want to get out. They don't care about the service, really. And that's where I was from. So I don't know if that's for all of San Diego, but I mean, out here, I feel like I'm like, oh gosh, I really want to bring up this topic. I don't want to sound weird. It's always received well out here, which I love.
Huh.
Yeah.
I heard that about the West Coast. Well, California, I heard that, like, customer service, like, in the wait staff.
The one time I went, I mean, like, it was, like, I feel like it was pretty cut and dry, you know?
Yeah.
It's
like, it
very
was,
cut and dry.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Get in, eat your shit, get out.
Yeah, fast, don't talk too much, do your job. And I like talking to people. I like making connections with people. I like serving, and you know, I want people to come back. That's the whole point of serving. You want
Right.
people to come back to your restaurant and enjoy the service and ask for you again. And I didn't feel like I had that as much out there. And it's been a nice surprise coming out here.
Oh,
Yeah, definitely.
Small state, everyone knows each other, you know, like,
Oh, yeah.
you could have a conspiracy board in your basement, like, pointing, like, who knows whose cousin and this and that.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
there's, like, weird connections that you draw from every person that comes here.
100%. Yeah, I can get that vibe.
So, what's one of the weirdest things that ever was requested to you in San Diego as a server?
Weirdest things requested as far as food?
Food, drinks,
Whatever you got.
Whatever you got.
I've had weird things happen, not so much as food. You know, I've had people order weird food items, and I think it depends on the restaurant that you work at, because some restaurants are really lenient and you let them do whatever they want, where people just customize their own meal out of side dishes, you know,
Okay.
things like that. But I've had some weird overall experiences with the customers.
Yeah.
You know.
You
coming
get
in.
hit on a lot, I bet. The men.
Yes, when I was younger, it's very surprising. When I was the youngest, when I started when I was 18,
Yeah.
that was when I got hit on the most. Until
Really?
you learn how to, as a woman in this industry, you learn how to hold yourself after a while to where that doesn't even come up as a possibility that people stop hitting on you.
What's one of the worst pickup lines you got in San Diego?
I don't know. I don't know about pickup lines. I would
Not
say.
pickup lines, but like, what's one of the worst moves somebody made?
Oh man, I don't know. Weird stuff like wanting, I don't know, I guess just the same stuff that everybody gets, like wanting to buy you a drink, want to see what you're doing after work, asking for your Instagram. And it's all the guys that like leave their number or they try to talk to you and they leave you a terrible tip.
I'm about to ask. I
Yes.
just about to ask that.
Yeah.
Let me guess. Zero, like, terrible
Yes.
tip, but they want to take you out.
If you're gonna
Like a
leave your
verbal
number, leave a good tip.
That's
You know?
that's rule number
That's
one.
rule
That's
number
rule
one.
number
Figure it
one.
out.
Yeah,
Figure it out.
100%.
Emotions can be bought financially.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Anything weird happened to you here at the trap yet?
No,
No,
not
it's
at
still
all.
early. It's not summertime yet. Give it time.
It's coming.
I think so. I did get engaged recently. And
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations,
The-
He's a lucky man.
The,
Oh, of course.
the ring on my finger has helped that.
Yeah.
But like I said, when I started out, I've been working in the restaurant industry since I was 16, you know, so the very first time I can get a job, I was a hostess, served at a bunch of different places, and when you're that young and impressionable, I think that you don't know how to respond to certain situations, and as you get older and you learn how to, it takes 5 times of something terrible happening in the restaurant industry to where you learn how to deal with those things, and it doesn't happen anymore. So I really don't think, maybe it will.
Oh, yeah. You're learning.
Yeah,
She's
I'm learning.
There you
I'm
go.
learning, guys.
Takes time. Takes
Yep.
time.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's so let me ask you this about some of the pet peeves. I don't know if this happened in San Diego,
Okay.
and it's been happening here in Rhode Island in this establishment a lot lately, and I freaked out the other day because it happened to me like back-to-back sets of customers that people don't know how to like read a menu.
Oh, God.
In other words, like I know upstairs at the trap we have the double-sided menu, so you look at one side like this. Like, man,
Yes.
we're here at Safe House. We have 2 pages. You have to lift them up.
Right, I've seen it.
I had a woman yell at me that, why is this menu so small? This is terrible. We can't eat here.
Why do you only sell sandwiches and salads?
So I was like, well, you have to lift up the page. There's a second page right there. And the woman looked at me like I killed her firstborn, and that I should never. First of all, I didn't invent the menu. I didn't create the format of the menu.
No.
And I'm not talking about a younger. This woman had to be, I don't know, maybe mid to late 60s.
Yep. It's always.
And her husband is giving me the look like, yeah, I gotta live with her. How do you think I feel? I'm like, I feel for you, buddy. I'm giving him the look back, but I'm like,
yeah.
And just legitimate was just mean to me the rest of the night. And then 2 seats over, I'm dealing with the same thing with someone else. And I'm like, what is wrong with you people all of a sudden? When did people become non-smart?
Non-smart.
I wanted to say something else, but I felt like I don't want to insult any viewers or listeners. But I'm like, it's common sense. Like, you know,
Yep.
I mean, I'm not saying, hey, every single person should, like, lift up the page and see if there's a second page. Maybe before you have a tantrum to your server.
Yep.
Maybe, you know, feel things out.
I'm not gonna lie. Every menu that I get, I always flip to the back to see if there's something on it. Like
100%.
every single menu
I feel like that's
look to
common
see if there's
sense.
more.
I feel like that's common
I'm
sense.
like, what's here?
Which is also why I think everybody in their life should work in the restaurant industry at least at one point in their life. You know?
Yeah, but I'm gonna be honest with you. We've dealt with people who have worked in this industry that are just as bad as the
Arguably
customers.
worse.
They might be worse. We're talking coworkers. We're talking former coworkers.
I'm talking just if you look at me and say you're a bartender, you're gonna be a shit time. Like,
I disagree with you.
I don't know.
It's California.
That's
I-
it.
California.
Immediately.
Yeah.
No,
I
I got a feeling she's right though. In California, they have a different kind of bond with each other than they do in Rhode Island.
I don't know. I just feel like if somebody has worked in the restaurant industry before, yeah, they might have a more specific order and they might expect things to come out at a certain time because they really know how long things take. And also those people are the ones to understand if things don't go right. They understand,
Right.
oh, okay, it's clear.
Right.
I understand what happened. I'm not gonna leave a 0 tip or I'm not gonna leave a bad review because they usually know. And it goes both ways because sometimes they're like, well, I work in the restaurant industry and this has never happened and I would never do this. So there's 2 sides of that. But I think generally, it's good that people have experience with it because then you can avoid basic things like, hey, by the way, the nicest way to say it is, hey, if you just flip the page, it's right there for you. You know?
Well, I said it nicely.
Yeah, I'm sure you
I
did.
said,
Yeah.
you lift the page. It's right there for you. And
Yeah.
she just gave me the look of death. And I was just like, you know what? I'm going to go home.
You should have read it to her, Mario. You should have read it to her.
You know
This
what?
is clearly your fault.
I honestly thought she was going to ask me to read it to her.
Right? I had some guy ask me to cut his pasta one time.
Did you do it?
I did.
Of course. 'Cause you're a good
What am
person.
I gonna do? Like, be like, no.
What pasta was it?
Like the gemelli.
You had to cut the gemelli for him?
Yeah.
I would have given him a pair of scissors. Like, here you go, cut it yourself. Like my mother used to do with my sister when she was a kid.
Yep.
I don't know. And the worst part was there was like other people at the table he could have asked to cut it. Like that, and like they all just stared at me while I was doing it. I'm like, anybody want to take over at any point? No? Think you're good? I don't know.
You did it at the table in front of them?
Yeah.
See, I would have taken it in the back and done it.
Yeah. Well, I was busy and I didn't really feel like it, so I just did it quick.
Better man than me.
Yeah.
Better man than me.
But yeah, I don't know. Me personally, I feel like whenever somebody tells me that they're in the industry, they just suck.
I tell them I work at the Dollar Tree.
Yeah,
That's
you
a
do.
good idea.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Yep.
My spot gets blown up later, but you know.
You're the rolled coin manager at Bank of America.
I got fired from that job.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I used to work at the M&M factory as well.
Threw away LOWs.
I threw away LW, so they fired me. Can't make mistakes at the M&M factory. Tell you that right now.
No,
you
they
cannot.
They do not
You
like
cannot.
that. They do not like that.
So, how do you handle it when a customer says to you, "So, what's good here?" Do you actually be like, do the generic thing like everything is, or do you actually make suggestions? Or see, my thing is when somebody says it to me, I'm like, "Hey, give me a category. What do you like? Do you want a sandwich? You want pasta? You want a
That's
salad?"
what I do.
And I said, I'll guide you along. You can't just say what's good here. You gotta be more specific. I go,
It's a
"Give
big
me-"
menu. There's
Yeah.
a lot of options.
100%. I think the best way is to navigate in the nicest way possible, telling them I can't tell you what I like because what I like you might not like. So in the nicest way, be like, do you want something light? You want something hearty? You in the mood for pasta?
Yeah.
I can give me a category and I'll break it down.
Yeah, I feel like that's usually the best way. But
It's totally the
what
best
I
way.
really hate is when they ask you, and you give them like 7, 10 things, and they say
choose
no
none
to
of
all
them.
of them.
And they pick something you didn't list because they had
And,
it in their head
and
the
then
whole
they
time.
hate it.
Yep, and then they hate it.
Yep.
And then
And they
can't
give
do
you an
anything at that
attitude. They
point.
give you an
Yeah.
attitude. You
Oh,
should have told me
right.
this wasn't good, or I told you what was good, you know? And
There's a reason I didn't list it.
List off 12 different things and they pick the one thing you didn't list.
No, why'd you ask? Why'd you ask?
Why'd you ask then?
Why'd you
I
ask?
don't
You
understand.
they're like, oh, the pizza. I don't want pizza today. Well, fuck, I guess. Never mind.
I have to say though, the food here is really good.
Yeah.
our food here is very
Yeah,
good.
they do a
Our
really
food-
good job.
Our food, we probably got the best burgers around, I think, right now.
Really, you
Right,
really, yeah, we
fantastic.
do. They're
And
delicious.
some of our pastas are amazing as well. But
Mm-hmm.
I feel like our food has gotten better, but we're not getting the word out yet to the people. They don't know about it yet. It's getting bad.
And then you got like some of the people who are just get like the same thing stuck in their ways. You know,
I still got people upset about
fucking taco salad.
yeah, it was like 3 years ago we took something off the menu. I'll have this. We don't have that no more. I just had it 3 years ago.
Well,
Yeah, 3 years ago.
Yeah, well, I mean,
3
Well,
years
we
ago.
have it
Yeah,
in
we
3
changed the
years.
menu. That was like 3 chefs ago and 6 menus ago. We don't have it no more.
no.
Can you make it? No, we don't have it. If I could, I'd get it for you. And they just freak out. And if their life revolves around a menu item that's been taken off the menu from 3 years ago, I mean, that's pretty sad.
Obviously, it wasn't that good because the last time you had it was 3 years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Should have gotten it while we had it.
Exactly.
You know, they just don't get it. That's the issue.
Is there a, when you're taking a drink order from a table, whether it's a guy or a girl, or couples, whatever it is there a specific drink that you associate with a bad experience when someone orders?
Hot tea.
oh,
Hot tea.
that's good. That
Hot
is a
tea.
good one.
Hot
What
tea.
was your bad experience with hot tea?
Hot tea.
Spill the beans.
Decaf cappuccinos. You know, like.
Well,
like-
cappuccinos I can understand because they're hard to make, but what did a hot tea do to you?
It's just somebody asked
have
for
you been
tea.
teabagged? Is that why?
No.
I hope not.
I just feel like every time like nobody orders a tea when it's dead. No,
It's always when it's busy.
somebody only orders a tea when you're getting your ass kicked, and then you gotta go in the back. You gotta find the things. The tea box is never full of fucking tea. You know, you gotta find a sugar
That's every
caddy that has
restaurant.
all of them because like if you the one time that I don't find a sugar caddy that has all the different like sugars,
They want the one.
want the other one that's not there.
Yep, every
Exactly.
time. Every time.
That's
Yeah,
so
you gotta-
weird that that's such a universal experience across.
Hot tea.
It's
hot tea.
insane.
I don't have as much bad experience with teas like you guys
How many
do.
teas do you sell?
I saw one the other night, no problem.
One.
I mean, probably average maybe like 2 teas a month.
That's a low average, buddy.
Well, that's what I get.
Well,
I'm not gonna force people to drink
me,
tea.
Me personally, I happen to get more. I get more. I don't know.
Maybe you have that, hey, I want to serve you tea look on your face all
I
the time.
really don't. I really hope. I don't.
Maybe you do.
Do you guys
Because
have
I'm Asian,
a bad
it's messed up, man.
experience of spilling anything like hot or any? I mean, you've been in the industry forever. You know, do you have any experience of spilling anything that's been like stuck with you over the years?
Sometimes I spill martinis,
Oh yeah, I feel like that's.
and believe it or not, shots.
Yep.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah,
like
sometimes
you know,
shots
like
I
the
can't,
little
the
shots
little
that
shot
fall
glass
to the
we
top,
have.
and you're like carrying 6 of them, and they don't fit
You
in
know,
your hands right.
And when I have to go upstairs and get a draft beer and walk it down to the safe house, I
I'm
always seem to
dripping the whole
spill.
way,
I'm
the whole
dripping.
way.
But there's never
a
been an
trail.
experience where, like, when you first started out, like that there's been something where you'll never
I
forget.
spilled a glass of wine over a woman to start the night off, and she sent me a cleaning bill. I offered to give me the cleaning bill.
Yep.
And then I didn't give her the money right away, and then she sent a letter to the owner saying, like, you know, it's been 4 days, I haven't gotten the money for the cleaning bill. And I'll never forget, too, because I picked up that shift that night for someone. I was a server at the time, and the cleaning bill was more money than what I would have made in tips. So I actually left that negative that night.
Yeah.
And then like, the owner comes up to me, and he's like, "Hey, this lady's been waiting for you to pay this cleaning bill. What the hell?" I'm like, she sent me a $38 cleaning bill for, you know, this. And this is like the 90s. I don't know what dry cleaning cost back then, but I thought $38 was kind of high.
Yeah.
And I felt bad. I did ruin her night. She was with a girlfriend. There was red wine all over her. Like, it was like a tank
always
top.
red wine.
It was tank top and short set that she had on. And
Yep.
she could have been worse about it.
Yeah.
She definitely could have. And my boss could have been worse about it, too. But it was an accident. And, you know, it was just, I mean, I haven't really spilled that much red wine since, but that was my worst one, was the red wine over this woman. And, you know, she was cool, but when she sent the letter waiting for the money for the dry cleaning, I'm like, come on, you're going to get it. Relax.
Yep.
You know, it's been 4 days, right?
You need to wear the shirt again or something? Like,
Yep.
I kind of think she just wanted to buy a new outfit with the money. I don't think dry cleaning was $38 back in 1996. I don't know.
I don't know, man.
Maybe. I've definitely had my fair share. I mean, my first job was a busy sports bar. Busy sports bar. Worked my way up. I was working the cocktail section, dealing with way too many tables that I could handle at 18 years old.
Okay.
You know, and that's how you learn. And
It's the weeds.
yeah, just in the weeds all the time. But that's how I learned how to be a good server, and I'm very grateful for that time. But there's a lot of mess ups during that time of learning how to carry plates properly. And I've spilled ketchup on a police officer in his uniform before.
That's awesome.
Ooh, yeah.
He called me the ketchup girl every time it came in.
That's
Never
hilarious.
let it go.
That's
And I have dreams about it to this day. It was
San Diego Popo, man.
yeah. They
hold
mess
grudges.
around, man.
They hold grudges.
They hold grudges.
never forget it.
Oh man, I thought
Yeah.
LAPD was bad, but San Diego, forget
My
it.
lord.
Yeah.
I don't really remember like me like dropping food or anything.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
I feel like I'm pretty sturdy. I'm gonna drop something fucking tomorrow, aren't I? But
I hope not. You got the day off.
yeah, that's what makes it even more awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I don't know. I don't think off the top, I don't know. I don't really have too many things like that.
I have
I've
a
dropped kegs. a
Oh,
handful of
yeah.
times. Not on anybody, but like
That's
like,
good.
real loud
You
though.
can hurt somebody that dropping a keg on them.
I've had people drop kegs into me.
Yeah, I've had that happen to me
yeah,
too.
yeah.
I thought I broke my foot one night. I don't know how I didn't, but
I thought Courtney almost broke my ankle one time.
why was Courtney helping you with kegs?
I get she was
The
honest.
keg's
to God,
bigger than her.
I'm well aware that it is. Honest to God, besides me, she was probably the strongest person here. So
I'm not saying Courtney's not strong. Courtney's definitely strong. I'm just saying she's like the same size as the keg.
Yeah,
She
so
is.
we're going with the keg. It's a 2-man job. It's 2 flights of stairs. You know,
Yeah.
we're going up. I plant my feet on the top step of the second flight of stairs. The keg like clears, and then she just lets go and it just swings right into my ankle.
Whoa.
Yeah, no, I almost lost my ankle, man. That was terrible. I like limped
Do
around.
you think
for
it was personal? Do you think she was like aiming for you, or was it an accident?
I feel like it might have been.
You were
I don't
beefing
know.
with her a lot for
I
a
mean,
while.
I don't know, man.
She's trying to make it look like an accident.
I-
She's an expert.
She's an expert.
She knows how to do it.
Like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm like, just leave me alone, man. Just leave me alone. Don't look at me. just let me be. Let me be.
That's
Oh man, that one hurt for a couple weeks.
Yeah, I bet it did. So, was there a standard drink in San Diego that everybody would order? Like, what's the most basic drink everybody always hear at the Trap?
Oh, at the Trap?
Right now,
Yeah.
what do you sell the most of?
Whalers.
Okay.
Drink
Like,
local.
if we're talking about beers, which is brand new
Mixed
to me.
drinks.
Yeah, mixed drinks. I feel like, I don't know, espresso martinis are a big thing out here. That's not a big thing there.
Okay.
Really?
Espresso martinis. I don't know, basic stuff, vodka sodas. I think those are the
vodka
biggest.
so-
Yeah.
What's the one in San Diego then? What's the biggest basic drink?
Spicy marg.
Really?
Yeah.
That makes sense
That
because
makes
San
a lot of
Diego is
sense.
near Mexico, isn't it?
Yep, it sure
And
is.
everybody likes to drink tequila.
Spicy margaritas,
yeah,
tequila, anything.
We're not good at geography, in case you didn't know. That's why I was like,
Oh, God.
It took me a while when
Oh,
I moved
Lord.
here, so
We're
I
trying
totally
to,
understand.
we still don't know where the hell Kettle One's from. We keep saying Holland.
It's the Netherlands, goddammit.
The Netherlands, yeah, which is
know-
Holland.
I-
Holland and the Netherlands is the same thing.
I'm pretty sure it's not.
I'm pretty sure it is.
I'm fucking looking it up.
Look it
Look
up.
it up.
Kidding me?
Let's get this straightened out. This shit,
Geography's
please.
hard. I don't blame you. When I first moved here, I had to constantly
Yeah.
look at what states are surrounding me because I didn't know where I was. Different coasts, different.
Okay.
Yep. Totally. I mean, I understand. We were very close to Mexico, though. It was about an hour drive.
Really?
Yep.
The Netherlands consist of 12 provinces. Holland only talks about 2 of them.
Okay.
I feel like it's not the right province either.
Okay.
Now I gotta fucking. Oh my god.
Hey, don't get mad at me about European geography, okay? I just didn't know.
It's tough stuff.
It's in Schiedam. I don't know.
It's a silent S?
I don't speak Dutch. Well, it's SCH. So I mean, that
It's a silent C.
SCHIEDAM. It's in the Netherlands. It says
Netherlands.
not
And if
Holland,
anybody has family there, we're sorry if we're pronouncing it wrong.
If we make it to the Netherlands, goddamn.
Hello, everyone in the Netherlands.
We should make a trip to the Netherlands. We should have a podcast from the Netherlands.
Listen, if I ever go to Europe,
Yep.
like the one stop I'm making, like I've already told anybody that I'm ever gonna go with. I'm like, we're going to the Netherlands. We're going to the Ketel One distillery. It's like
It's a whole thing.
I think it's like a half hour away from Amsterdam.
Yeah, but you gotta realize, like you can't just say I'm going to Europe and you have to go here. You have to. It's a big country. It's a big. It's a big continent.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it?
So you can't say I'm gonna be in Spain, but we're definitely going to the Netherlands. It's not like that on the road. It's.
I mean, it's relatively faster to go there, like from Spain to Netherlands than from here to the Netherlands.
Well, that's obvious. Yes.
I mean, you're already there.
I get that.
Plane rides are like $50, like not
No,
even.
but it's more common that people in Europe bounce around between all the different areas because it's
Bang.
much smaller on the scale of the United States. Because people come to the U.S. for the first time, they go, I want to go to Disney World, and I also want to go to the Grand Canyon, and I would like to go to New York City and San Francisco.
Bitch is far.
And they're like,
Right.
hey, you can't, that's a 6-hour flight. And people when they're not from here, I've seen TikToks about this.
Okay.
So I'm very well educated, apparently. And,
Yeah?
Yep. And so they said that they're like, it's a 6-hour flight. And they're like, no way. So I think Europe is much smaller. And so that would make sense that you could do all of those things with a small, I don't know, did they take trains? Trains,
planes.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah, there's
I
trains.
think that makes sense.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know. Never been outside of the country, so who knows?
I've been to Europe.
You can go from
And,
Madrid, Spain to the Nole distillery in 2 hours.
Really?
Really.
Boom.
That's how small it is. It's 18 hours driving with tolls. Well,
2 hours by train, 18 hours driving.
2 hours by plane.
By plane.
Oh.
It's a night train.
Okay.
To get to
That's not bad.
because you gotta go through France and shit, man.
Nah,
It's a
you
whole
don't
thing.
want to go take a train through France.
Why not?
Dude, there's like mad, like it's dangerous in France.
What?
There's very high terror alerts in France.
They also don't like Americans.
They don't like Americans. No one does
not the
anymore.
French,
No one
not
does.
but the French
Can
especially.
I blame them? Not really.
Well, I didn't do anything yet, so
Just take the plane. Take the plane.
I'm
Trust me.
taking the plane.
Fly
it's only 2
over
hours.
France, not through France. Over.
Through.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, you know,
Yep.
international airways.
So, now that you're on the East Coast, where have you discovered any bars you like to hang out at?
I've been to a couple. I mean, I go to the big ones that everybody else goes to. I mean, I went to Main Street Coffee, which I loved. Never been to a coffee bar like that before, so that was cool.
Puts the bar in coffee bar.
Yeah.
Bang.
Boom. I mean, I like dirty dive bars. I like dirty dive bars where your feet kind of stick to the floor and it kind of looks like it hasn't been cleaned properly in a couple years.
I can give you some places.
And
Yeah, I
you
mean,
just
let's
I can
play.
play
you want to
with.
sit and have a beer and then just sit down for a couple hours in a dirty bar. That's my vibe. I don't like the club scene. Bar.
You're a dirty
yeah.
bar kind of girl,
Yep,
huh?
I am.
Okay.
Dirty, stinky, like your feet stick to the floor a little bit. That kind of
What
bar.
attracts you to that? Why do you like that so much?
I don't like the club scene. I don't
That's
like.
fine. Yeah.
Yeah,
No one's
I don't-
forcing you like the club scene.
No, yeah, I don't know. I like being able to sit and hunker down and talk with whoever I'm with. You know, my fiance and I both do that. We love that. I love seeing my friends talking and just having drinks and not feeling worried about needing to leave. You know, there's something cozy about it with the lighting, the mood lighting, and it's kind of dark in there and dim. You know, which is why
What's one of the weirdest things that ever happened to you in a dive bar?
in a dive bar.
Was there ever like a guy with one leg in there, like hanging out at the end of the bar, or?
Oh, I feel like there's guys like that everywhere. Just like people like
Do you like to befriend them, or do you like kind of ignore them?
Nope. My personality is kind of ignore. It's not happening kind of thing.
Do they try to befriend you?
No. I don't think I'm very approachable.
Okay.
I know. I really don't.
I didn't catch that, but I mean.
You didn't get that?
No.
Well, I don't see it, but then maybe in California, unapproachable.
No.
I did train.
All back to California.
I had to train you
just-
for like an hour.
I don't think I'm a very approachable. Like, I don't think you would see me at a bar and be like, I want to try to talk to her. I think I give off a little bit more of like, please don't talk to me. I love to make friends. I love talking to people. So if I know that we're like friendly, I'll sit and talk and be very warm and welcoming. To somebody that gives me a weird vibe, I'm not very approachable.
Oh, okay.
It's an energy. I feel like most women learn that at some point to give off a certain energy. You
Okay.
know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
And it's an interesting thought because, like, I mean, well, not side tangent because I'm thinking about something else. Well, quite a popular question, like, you know, is like, oh, when you like walk in a place, like, blah blah blah, like, what do you see? What are the first things you notice? What makes you want to stay? Sticky floors is you.
Sticky
so
floors.
That's interesting. That's an
If
interesting.
you gave me $1 million,
If
you gave me $1 million to take 10 guesses, that would not be one of the
not
guesses.
even close.
No,
Not even close.
We're getting to know each other though.
yeah, well, that's what makes this thing saucy. You know, we're getting saucy here.
Yeah.
You know, hey, if that's your
I
thing,
mean,
that's your thing.
what you like is what you
I
like.
think the lighting plays a big part in it. The mood, I guess, the people that are there, you know.
What about the music?
Music is a big thing for me too.
What kind of music do you like in those kind of dive bars? You like high energy or kind of like mellow, like
I
low
don't know
key
if you
stuff?
I love country music.
Country, huh?
I can see that.
A
Big-
country dive bar.
Big country girl.
There's
I like.
not a lot of those.
I like I know. I haven't found that here yet.
No,
I like
they're-
like
yeah.
outlaw country, kind of like
She would have
Outlaw.
probably
bluegrassy.
you probably would have liked. It's not open anymore, but I think there was a place called Juniors in Coventry that was like that. I think they had a mechanical bull too back
See,
in
I
the day,
love that kind of stuff.
but they're not open anymore.
No,
That probably something like that you probably would have liked, but around here now I don't know what.
Not. I know of regular dive bars, not
Well,
country dive bars.
That's not the
so-
only thing that I look for. But if I'm walking into a dirty dive bar and they're playing country music, I'm staying for at least 3 hours.
You go to the bar, or do you have a table?
Usually bar.
Really?
Oh, interesting.
Okay. You have 3 celebrities to choose from.
There you go.
No, you can pick 3 celebrities to hang out with at the dive bar with you. What 3 would they be?
Chris Stapleton,
Okay.
first one. He is an absolute legend.
They don't have to
Absolute
be. They
legend.
don't have to be alive or anything either. Like
Well, they can be dead.
you can dig deep. You can dig
Okay,
deep.
here we go,
We're talking
here we go.
primes too. We're talking prime. This person.
Julia Roberts, Chris Stapleton.
Okay.
Ooh, the third person. I don't know. I would like to sit with like a comedian, maybe.
Who's your favorite
Okay.
comedian?
I don't know. I'm just starting to get into comedy, so I'm kind of new. I think Tom Segura is absolutely hilarious.
Okay.
Okay.
Like my fiance loves Shane Gillis. I think Shane Gillis is really
Shane
funny.
Gillis is funny.
Yeah.
I like Shane Gillis.
I don't know. It has to be definitely a country music artist, maybe an
A
actress. I
country
really like.
music artist, an actress, and a comedian.
Yeah, something
Walk
like
into a
that.
dive bar.
Yes.
Sounded to be of a joke.
They see
Yeah.
Rachel.
It's
what
a
happens?
weird, it's
What
a
happens?
weird group of people, you know. But that's kind of like the stuff I'm into. I'm a big country girl.
I mean,
Okay.
it's a dive bar. I mean, anything can happen.
Anything could really happen. Yeah, I could walk in with anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Alright.
we're learning new things.
Okay, now
Oh, here we
you're
go.
in the same dive bar. Mm-hmm. Who are the 3 celebrities you want nothing to do with sitting at your table?
Yeah.
Who would you never want to have drinks with?
Mariah Carey.
Whoa.
Oh,
Whoa, that was quick.
Not only was it quick, I thought there was a backstory to
That
it.
was-
She,
No,
met,
I
she
just
met her in San
I-
Diego. And she's like,
No,
Fuck
I
her.
don't like Mariah Carey.
okay.
This is all. I'm like very. These are all gonna be girls because of course, like there's not.
There's
I
no
mean,
guys you dislike?
Not that I can think of like celebrities off the top of my head, and I'm gonna go home and punch my pillow because I'm gonna think of somebody that I should have.
Well, that
said.
happens to everybody that leaves the show. I
Yeah.
should have said
I'm
this.
like,
I
I
should have said this.
should've.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like Mariah Carey.
Okay.
Probably. I don't know. I can't think of anybody I don't like right now.
So all the people out there in the celebrity world, Mariah Carey's the only one you like.
So
That sounds so wrong.
So random.
You are definitely missing some people. They
I'm
put you on the
definitely-
spot, I guess.
The beef runs deep.
Yeah, I might need
It's
some
a
time
beef of 3 people.
to marinate with that. But yeah, I
Mariah
can't think of.
Carey, huh?
Mariah
There-
Carey.
I try
Something
not to
about
be
it.
hateful. I can't think of anybody I don't like besides that
Oh.
person.
And why do you hate her so much?
There's a vibe that she gives off. This kind
She's
of
a diva.
better than everybody.
Yep, she
kind
does.
of know-it-all vibe, and I don't like that very much.
Okay.
Interesting.
Who do you
Yeah.
think would win in a fight, her or J-Lo?
I don't
What?
like J-Lo either, though.
Oh, there's a second
that's the
one.
second one.
Okay, here we
There
go,
you go.
everybody.
I guess we gotta start throwing out names.
Start,
You gotta-
start,
yeah.
name,
Well,
start naming
and
some ladies. I don't know.
Why don't you like J-Lo? Is it racial?
No, absolutely not.
I'm asking.
Never,
Oh my God.
never, would never be. That's not how my brain
Okay.
works. But just same kind of diva mentality. You know, I maybe if I was famous, maybe I'd be that way. Who knows?
I was
You
saying,
know?
did they earn their stripes if they're allowed to be divas because of all the dues they've paid along the way?
Maybe they can do whatever.
I don't
they want.
condone that
but
stuff.
personally,
Yeah, I
would
think
I
we
want
should
to
keep it real all the
sit
time.
and try to be their best friend and kiss their butt to be their friend? I don't know. Probably not.
Okay.
That's not really my vibe.
All right, so,
If I would want to sit with Chris Stapleton at a bar, you can't picture me sitting with Mariah Carey or J-Lo. Do you know what I'm saying?
okay.
Like,
Wait,
Makes sense.
you think, let me
I
no,
hear you.
no. Listen, can we come up with one more person that she's like, oh my god, I hate him and her too?
Oh my god.
Think
who
of
can we
somebody.
who can we think of?
I don't know.
Kanye West.
Easy answer.
No, yes, Kanye West. No,
You would sit with Kanye?
no, I wouldn't.
You would not sit with Kanye.
No, I would not sit
Yeah.
with Kanye. I'm sure he's very well respected by a lot of people. You know,
He is?
Well, I think
He is.
he's respected for his music. You know, like
Music wise, okay.
anyone that's
His behavior?
oh no, definitely not. I mean, anyone that's overly confident, I don't do well. Narcissist personalities, I don't like. I'm sure nobody really does, but the people that just, you know, when you sit and talk to somebody and you can tell by the way that they're speaking, they're asking for the attention. You sit down, they're talking about themselves. They have a hard time like having a real genuine conversation with you. You
Yeah.
get the vibe instantly.
Yeah.
Those people I almost refuse to give my attention to because I'm like, I can see right through it. And there's some people that look up to them like they're alphas, like there's like these idols, and they just want to.
Would
they
you drink
want
with
them to like
Eminem?
them. Huh?
Would you drink with Eminem?
I would. I would.
I would too.
Oh yeah. Why wouldn't you? Why
I
wouldn't
saw the smile on your
I
face.
love Eminem. Love Eminem.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I'd have asked him to have a drink with me because I feel, I listen to his songs and he's like, don't bother him, when he's out.
Yeah.
So I don't want to bother him when he's out.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know if I ever would. I don't know.
I don't know.
What kind of music do you guys like? Rap? Do you guys?
I'm old school hip hop. Yeah.
Okay.
I listen to
I listen to everything though.
Okay.
Like, I mean, I'm getting into country stuff now. And the only reason I get into country stuff now is because of working at the Trap. They're singing the songs upstairs, and I'm like, oh, who sings that song? And they would tell me. I'm like, oh, and I listen to it, and I'm like, you actually sing it better than the original person sometimes.
Yeah.
That's the reason I get into it.
They do a great job
Yeah.
upstairs. Yeah.
I'm mostly rap.
Mostly rap?
I
Yeah.
listen to like
Gangster- he's a gangster rap guy.
and then maybe and then and then I listen to like just like random other shit like on the side just for fun.
Yeah.
A lot of Creed's Clearwater Revival for some
Oh,
reason.
so good.
You know,
So good.
Stick Figure.
So
I don't know,
good,
but
too.
Yeah, I dabble in other
That's a
things. but,
wide
like,
range right there,
Yeah,
yeah.
but like the 99% is gonna be like rap. 1% definitely not country. Sorry, Rachel.
That's okay.
But
I can
that's
put you
just-
on some. Ready? Here we go. Chris Stapleton,
Yeah,
Tyler Childers, Zach Bryan.
sure.
You know, any of those. You gotta listen to the lyrics. You don't listen to Luke Bryan. Don't
I
listen
feel like
to,
he'd be a jelly roll kind of guy.
Jelly roll.
Jelly Roll's. He is
He did
awesome.
time, man.
He's
He
a
did time in
good
prison,
dude.
man. He was a drug dealer.
Oh, wow.
Cody Johnson
Legit.
also is another great one.
Cody Johnson. Sure. I'll
gotta
take a
dabble.
peek. I'll
Well,
take a peek.
It's Tyler Childers he's a mastermind. He's got this like folk bluegrassy kind of feel, and it's like poetry. His songs are poetry.
Yeah, Rob Davis sang a song the other night, and I'm like, who is that? And he told me, like, wow, man, it's
Yep.
a good song.
Pretty
I listen
good.
to a lot of jazz too.
Jazz is
Jazz?
amazing
Yeah.
too.
Really?
Yeah.
Miles Davis.
Of course. How could you not? I was like scrolling through like Instagram or something like that. I found an album that just popped up out of nowhere, which was funny. It was called like La Couleur de la Mer. It just sounds like a 70s like detective movie soundtrack.
Ooh.
Yeah,
It kind of makes
good
me
stuff
feel
right
good.
there.
I
Good
don't
stuff
know.
right
It's
there.
like it sounds like it's like threatening elevator music.
Would you rather have dinner in a restaurant that just has no lyric music playing, like this background like 70s detectives music in the background, or do you want to hear like songs with words in it while you're trying to eat dinner? I think they call it elevator music sometimes.
Yeah,
you know.
elevator. I love some. Well, first off, I love some good elevator music.
Oh.
Do you like it in the elevator or outside of the elevator?
I like the walk in and walk out of the elevator. I don't like the ride.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Okay.
I don't know. I like the beginning and the end, but
Okay.
like the whole middle, depending on how many floors there are. I don't know. But I mean, listen, I've been on some tall elevators, all right. But
They're scary.
So have I. Yeah.
yeah.
You never
But
know what's gonna happen.
but I feel like it all depends on the volume. Depends how loud it is.
Yeah.
You know, like if it's gonna be loud, I'd prefer no lyrics, just cause like then I can like think and like not get jumbled up in my mind for some reason. But then but if it's a slightly quieter, like I'll take lyrics. I really don't give a shit, honestly. But
How do you feel about people that sing along to the song that's playing, and they're really bad singing it, and the whole place is staring at them?
That gives me secondhand embarrassment. But
Have you ever done that?
like you're my
no,
section god.
You don't sing along?
No, I don't like attention like that.
No.
I'll sing along quietly to, just to enjoy it. But there's always the people that sing too loud and
Yep.
out of key. and it makes everybody feel awkward.
Yep.
It's like the same thing in a restaurant where you see a couple completely making out, completely all over each other, and it's the same thing. It makes everybody else in the room feel a little bit uncomfortable.
So you see a lot of people making out with each other in a restaurant?
I sure do. I've seen some crazy stuff.
Have you ever seen any fornication?
Yeah.
Oh. So have I.
Yep.
Yeah,
I haven't right since.
And it'll never leave my memory.
Yeah?
Yeah.
just burn in there.
Oh, yeah.
It's burned in
Be
there.
better. Go home, you animals.
Well,
Yeah, somebody break the toilet here at the safe house once.
Oh.
Legit, on a Friday night.
Yeah, I remember that.
That was scary, too. That guy was huge. I can see how he broke the toilet.
I don't know how we kicked him out. I mean, he could have started something.
He would have finished it, too. In more ways than one.
Oh God!
Yikes.
You know what I don't like though. Like sometimes you see like the young kids, you can just tell they live with their parents, and if they're making out with a girl, like, hey, we get it. You can't take her home because you're your parents. But when I see like the cougars and the Kens or whatever you want to call it, what do you call that? What do you call guys that are older that are picking up cougars?
I don't know.
I know like the sugar baby term, but I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a whole
Anyway,
We'll
no,
look it up after.
you clearly have a house. Go home and like, why are you here? Go home and do the nasty.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
What are you doing? Yeah, you've been paid for fucking an hour already. Go home.
Yeah. That's
Remember the time I scared the crap out of those people that were making out? I dropped the stool. And it goes, oh my God! I'll get rid of these guys. Watch this. I dropped the stool on the floor. Like, oh my God! And they just ran out of the building.
Makes me nervous, man. Loud noises scares people.
Yeah. It worked.
That's a great
Works every
idea
time.
though.
It's like when it's getting a little too late and we hit him with the Celine Dion.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I've done that.
Oh, yeah.
That's very
awesome.
smart.
Yeah.
Make everyone feel a little bit
Not just a
awkward.
hat rack, Rachel. I got ideas.
Yep.
So my thing is, I feel like every bar has a different vibe. So like,
It does.
I feel like certain music in certain places mesh. I hate when I go to a place where the music doesn't match the place. I feel like that happens a lot more than you think.
Have you ever been to a taco spot playing country? It makes me feel weird.
Is it Spanish country or is it?
No, it's regular.
Is it American country?
That
that's
sounds
right. Oh,
right
yeah.
up tacos and country music.
Yeah,
Are you kidding me? That
it
sounds awesome.
Yeah, I bet it does. Sound
Where did you go?
I don't know. I don't even remember. But I was just getting like a takeout order, and I was like, "This sounds weird." I don't know. it just
I think that's huge for the vibe.
it is.
Every person's a little bit different though. I get that.
But I think you think it has to do with like customers asking to change the music because that's what they want to hear. I hate when they do that to us upstairs at the trap. Hey, can you play this?
Can you turn down the volume? Can you turn up the volume? Can you like why is this playing?
Oh.
I don't know, because it's gonna be quiet if it doesn't.
The worst is if you are walking into a sports bar and you know that you're walking into a sports bar, why would you ask to turn the music down? Or turn the games, like the volume down on the TVs, because it's a sports bar.
Like we're here to watch sports.
Yeah,
100%.
that
And
person's just an idiot.
Yeah, and the people are going to be loud in there because it's a sports bar, so they're excited. You know, that's the worst.
My favorite is when they ask me to change the channel during a playoff game. I'm like, no.
Absolutely
Playoffs,
not.
no, we're not changing the channel. That's what TV here for.
Can I watch college basketball? No, you can't. Now that you mention it, because every other person in this bar is watching something else right now.
No, absolutely not.
They're like that. I love when you tell them, like, oh, somebody already asked for this TV to be on this, so I can't change it. Like, well, when are they done? I don't know. Maybe you should ask them. Like,
No, do not tell someone to ask me that they will do it.
I don't, but I think about it real hard. Like, it just makes me feel weird.
Yep, I get that.
But yeah, no, music does play a big part in it.
So basically what you're saying is East Coast, West Coast are pretty much the same people doing the same dumb things.
100%.
Okay, I thought it'd be different out there.
The customers don't change.
It's different. I mean, I think universally, as you guys are like talking about it, it's so crazy how all restaurants and bar scenes are the same. You guys deal with the same stuff, and I think that that's the same for the whole U.S. I just think people are all the same. As far as the people that just live here, though, like I think that this is what I've told my friends back home. People in San Diego will be nice to your face, and they'll talk bad about you behind your back. Out here, people off the bat, not sure how to feel about you. They'll see you 3 times in a row. You say hi to them. They will remember you forever. They'll know your name. They'll say hi to you next time they come in. And I feel like once you get close to people out in the East Coast, and this is true for, I was living in New Jersey for a little bit as well. But I mean, in New Jersey, it's the same way too. Like once you get to know them, they'll die for you.
Really?
Yep. And that, for me, I can do that 100%, because that means, they're good people, genuinely. It's not just like a fake front.
And you said you lived in Jersey?
I lived in Jersey for 3 months.
Really?
I lived in Rutherford, 20 minutes away from New York City.
Yep, I know Rutherford, New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
So they play the Giants and Jets play there,
Yep,
don't they?
they sure do. I worked at a restaurant that was 10 minutes away.
Really?
Yep. Oh, I did.
I was in Jersey last year for a little vacay. We were going to Pennsylvania, but we stayed in Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a 5-minute ride to the park we were going to.
Mm-hmm.
And I met some nice people in Jersey. I thought they were tougher.
They're way tougher.
But no, I thought they would be tougher, but I think I was in a nice part of Jersey, I guess.
Okay.
South Jersey.
South Jersey.
Yeah,
that
I
makes
mean,
sense.
I ain't hanging out in Newark or, Hoboken.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna hang out up there.
I ain't ready for that.
Yeah, I think people in Rhode Island are much friendlier than where I was in New Jersey.
Yeah.
And I worked at my restaurant for 3 years. I've been here for a month and a half. Not 3 years, 3 months. I've worked here for a month and a half, and I'm already closer to the people here than I was ever there. So that's got to say something about the people here.
Dirty Jersey. Oh, yeah.
Love. Yep.
Dirty Jersey.
Dirty Jersey.
Is that what they call it? Is that?
I might have made that up. I don't know.
Maybe. No, I think people say that outside of Jersey. They probably don't want to hear it.
So now that you're here on at the Trap in the East Coast here, would you say that if we took this place here and brought it to San Diego, would you think it would do well?
Yes, 100%.
You think this vibe here would do well in
100%.
San Diego? So TJ, if you're listening, we're opening up
TJ?
Trap San Diego.
Trap San Diego. That's crazy.
Trap San Diego. Let's do it.
No, it would.
We have a perfect manager we could send there that I think would do great.
I have never worked at a restaurant. Okay, but first of all, let's talk about the architecture. The older buildings here, the style here, that's unlike any other place I've ever been to, and I'm obsessed with it because I mean, it's coming from a state, everything's newer, like fancy buildings, super modern. Coming out here and seeing the old architecture and the old homes, and I've never seen a restaurant that's like this with a fine dining at the bottom and then a nice, like, cool sports bar at the top. I've never worked in a place like this before, and I think that this would do extremely well. And the whole East Coast has got that kind of vibe, though, especially Rhode Island.
Yeah.
I think it's cool. I think it would do really well.
So, who's gonna pitch the Trap San Diego idea to TJ?
I'm not it.
I think somebody should pitch it to him this week.
He's got a lot on his plate.
He does have a lot on his plate. Let's not add more stress to him. But I don't want to miss an opportunity in San Diego neither.
I know.
We got plenty of people that can go out there to work from here.
Yep.
Franco would love San Diego.
Would he?
I don't think so.
I don't know. If
And I don't want to lose Franco. I love him.
Neither do I. No. Who else is gonna talk in a British accent around me?
Oh, love that man.
It's half the fun.
So we had our, you were able to attend our staff Christmas party last night, and I know it disagrees with me, but I thought it was probably one of the best ones I've ever seen.
I didn't say I disagree.
You said I don't think so.
Didn't know. I didn't say.
When you said I don't think so, that means you don't agree.
That's I did. I don't know. I mean, like I've enjoyed like
we had
past parties.
We had the food truck here from East Landing, Rhode Island.
Shout out to
truck.
East Landing.
Oh man, great
truck.
breakfast sandwiches there.
Goddamn.
The it was. It's a bread, man. They got that bread from
bread.
New York that makes the sandwich
it's straight from the
That's
Bronx.
Nobody believes it around here, but I'm telling you, it makes a huge difference. The water in New York
It's
makes
insane.
better dough.
It's insane.
Pizza, you name it, and I don't know why we just can't get it right here in Rhode Island. I guess we can't really change the water.
Change our whole
Let's
water
fix it.
infrastructure. We can make it happen.
No, but if we could farm raise salmon in a tank, why can't we farm raise better water in a tank?
Because you
There's
don't
gotta be
raise
something.
water.
We can do something to add to it.
You can, but I don't think you can raise it.
We're just trying to make dough. We're not trying to
You're over here trying to reinvent the wheel, my guy.
I'm trying to get good bread. Is what I'm trying to do.
We're gonna have to ask them what grocery store they're going to because they get it from a grocery store.
Yeah, but the grocery store gets it from the Bronx.
Yes, I understand that, but it's in Westerly though, which is kind of deep. But they're from Narragansett.
So it's right down the street to them. Yeah. And they
How do you
come-
feel about driving places, Rachel? That's a fun question.
What?
How do
Driving?
you feel about
Oh,
driving?
no, she's from San Diego.
Well, no, let me tell you something.
It's way worse than here.
Let me tell you something. Okay, here we go. Just a quick little spiel. Driving in San Diego, when I first turned 16, that's when I got my license, I was driving all around San Diego, Los Angeles. I'm like, if I can drive here, I can drive anywhere. Got to New Jersey, absolutely not. I was the most confident driver, best driver out of my friends. Drove to New Jersey, absolutely not. And I'm comfortable with driving long distances. And then here I am now living in Rhode Island. I don't want to drive 25 minutes away to anything. And it hit me quick.
Why?
Everything's so close. Yeah, everything you need's right here. I'm like, the second my friends are like, oh, we want to go somewhere, 30 minutes. No, I won't
30
go.
minutes,
I
God.
won't go.
Where do you live?
I live in North Kingstown.
So Providence would be too far for you.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
okay, I'm a girl. I want to go get makeup, and Sephora, the only Sephora close by is in Providence. I don't want to drive.
That's not accurate.
That's not
Is
true.
it not?
There's one in Cranston, in Garden
Garden
City.
City.
No way.
Yeah.
And they just put one in
I'm
so
glad you guys are
JCPenney
telling
in
me
Warwick.
this.
They have one in the Kohl's in North
Kohl's,
Kingstown.
yeah.
Okay.
No, wait, no. It's either North Kingstown or the one at the Rhode Island
I'm going to
Mall.
write
I
that
can't
down
remember which.
because
Why do we know so much about Sephora?
I'm
We
not
don't wear
sure.
makeup.
I know about Kohl's, and my girlfriend goes to Sephora. I don't know.
Yeah, my wife doesn't.
I just happen to be there.
I
when
just
she
happen
goes.
to be walking by and see
Just
Sephora.
like, oh,
yeah.
can we stop
Okay.
at
It's only
Sephora? I'm
Sephora.
like, oh, there's a Sephora
Isn't
here.
there
Shit.
one? No, I'm thinking of Ulta. That's
Ulta just opened up next to Target.
love
number
Ulta,
two.
but Ulta
Yeah.
doesn't have everything that girls need sometimes.
But
You gotta go
Sephora, yeah, there's Sephora's all over the place.
Sephora's
All over
all
the
over
place.
the
Not
place.
Providence.
God bless you guys.
You go to
I'm-
one at
write
Kohl's,
that
they
down,
give you
write that
Kohl's
down.
cash for it.
Yep,
Kohl's cash is
They
good.
get Kohl's cash for shopping at Sephora.
Yeah.
Shit's
that's
crazy.
good to know. But yes, I don't want to drive. It's already hit me, and I haven't been here that long.
Yeah, it's just a pain in the ass.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
And Providence, I don't like going to Providence just because I don't feel like parking my car.
Yep.
There's no
Traffic
parking
out-
lots, man.
Traffic out here isn't nearly as bad though.
Really?
Yeah. Well, compared to where it was in New
California?
Jersey.
Oh.
California's
yeah,
rough.
yeah.
Here's the deal. This is what I told my friends. San Diego, when you're on the freeways, they're like, okay, here's your exit. It's coming up. Get ready. Here you go. And you have so much time to get over. In New Jersey, they go,
No.
go
Now.
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 You're going to miss it. Screw you. Go now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You take the next exit in 6
I've
miles.
missed 8 exits, if not more, living there for only a couple months. I was panicking, white knuckling the steering wheel, sweating the whole time. It's nuts, but I love it out here. I really do.
Okay.
Yep,
Yeah.
I really do.
It's the 15-minute threshold.
Yep,
You know, of
it's
Rhode Island.
amazing. It's amazing.
It's everything. Anything you need.
And it's hard. I can't imagine being like, if I grew up here, I really don't think I would want to leave. But like,
I'm fucked.
Yeah.
I can't drive. I
it's
mean,
amazing.
fucking getting here is like 10 minutes via traffic, and then I'm still late half the time.
Yep, I get that. I do get that.
I forgot what we were talking about before driving. My fault. I just
So
it popped in.
Rachel.
It's so driving. How do you feel about
We're talking
driving?
about Sephora.
Sephora. No, that's too. That's
This
too
is
soon.
how you know
gotta
Rachel's
go
on a
farther
podcast.
back. Farther
We're
back.
talking about San Diego and Sephora
San
and
Diego,
tacos.
Sephora.
We asked about San Diego, and we might have asked about tacos. I'm not sure. But Sephora, driving places, the 20 minute rule.
We'll just move forward.
We'll just
move forward.
figure out something
Yeah.
else, I guess.
We'll just figure this out later. So, are you a big movie person?
Ooh.
I'm getting into movies actually.
Are there any bars in a movie you've seen that you would love to, if they were real life, would you like to go and have a drink at?
Or TV shows.
TV,
TV
shows.
shows, movies.
You want to know the
Reading a
weirdest
book,
one?
I guess. I don't know.
The weirdest one that's coming to my head is not somewhere that you think you'd want to go. Well,
Where is it? Go on.
first season
True
of
Blood?
nope, first season of True Detective.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Matthew McConaughey. There's a bar, and that's the first bar I'm thinking of, and it's not a cute bar. It's a stinky dive bar. Maybe that's why it's coming to
There
my
it is.
head.
That's why
Which
it's
is your
sticking
thing,
out
which you
so
told
much.
us earlier.
There's
Yeah.
one guy working there, and it looks like, I think that it was supposed to be filmed in like Louisiana or something like that. By the way, if you haven't seen season 1 of True Detective, watch it right now. Stop everything you're doing. Don't even watch season 2. Season
Looks like
1.
we're
is
stopping
where
the
it's at.
podcast, guys.
Yep,
See
everybody,
you later.
let's go. It's phenomenal. But that bar it's kind of just like a dark bar. That's the first one that came in my mind.
You're real big about not seeing things.
I like to be in the dark.
So it's because you can't see why the floor is sticky.
Exactly. You don't want to know what's on there.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? What would be your pick?
What were you, Mar? Were you Cheers?
Well, I went to the Cheers in
You went to
Boston.
Cheers,
I went
yeah.
to Cheers in Boston, the original one, which is nothing like the TV show.
Mm-hmm.
And then they have a replica one of the TV show in Faneuil Hall, which actually shut down a few years ago, which really makes me upset.
Mm-hmm.
I did love that place. But one of the bars me and T Murder always said we wanted to check out and was this blues bar in the movie Weird Science, where they walk in and like there are only 2 white guys in the place and they're like everything staring at them. But they end up hanging out at the table with all these guys and getting drunk with them, and they all became friends. And I said I want to go to that blues bar in Chicago, and I don't know the name of it, but that's one of them. And I'd love to go to the Peach Pit after dark in 90210. Yeah,
Okay.
I always wanted to go to that.
Yep. What about you?
I have a weird. I mean, I feel like in past episodes I've said like the bar in How I Met Your Mother. Is that McLaren's?
McLaren's another great bar.
McLaren's. You know. I wanna go to the bar. Well, this is a newer one for me. I wanna go to the bar that's in New Girl.
I had to watch that show, man. I never seen too many
It's
of her
kinda good.
episodes. It's a good
It's
show.
kinda
It's a good show.
If we're,
But like one that's like standing out to me for some reason, just like right now in this moment, it was that movie. I never actually watched the movie. I've just seen clips from it, but I've seen the bar in the movie. It's it's a Chris Pratt movie. He's in space. He's like the first person to wake up on a ship, but there's like fucking 7 million years until they get to the
movie?
I don't know.
I know what you're talking
I don't know,
about.
but like there's like the only person he talks to is the bartender. That's a robot, and
Yep.
I'd kind of be interested in taking a peek at that bar.
I know exactly.
You
what
want to
you're
go to a
talking
bar where the bartenders are robots?
I mean, watch the
They're
movie. 'cause
replacing
he's a
us,
ve-
man. That means they're replacing
hold
us.
on. Watch the movie because he's a very advanced robot, and I'm pretty sure it was played by a real guy. So I mean, I don't know.
about. That's kind of funky fresh though.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of.
But we don't know the name of the movie.
Come on, what about space drinks, bro? Come on, that'd be fire.
The bar in Peaky Blinders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just started watching that literally
Peaky
last
Blinders.
week.
So
I only
good.
saw a couple episodes, and that bar does look cool.
Doesn't it?
What's
That just
the
came
bar
to
with the
mind.
twin Tom Hardys that are like
Oh, and Legend.
Legend? Yeah, that bar.
Yeah.
That bar looks pretty good. You know.
I'll be honest with you, I'm pretty scared of drinking in places like in London and stuff. Those are very
yeah.
unpredictable people when they're drinking.
I hear you.
You know, I'm dead ruthless. I would not want to drink
I
at
feel
some
like they
of
can
those bars.
outdrink anybody too, though.
I think you think of the Irish.
I want
Maybe.
I want to be at any bar that James Bond has been to.
Really?
I want the beach bar from Skyfall when he like was that Skyfall the one that like he like
wouldn't know.
spoilers.
If you haven't seen it already.
He falls off a train and he's injured and he wakes up at a beach and there's just like a little tiki bar like on the beach on some tropical island or some shit. That looks mint. Gonna be honest.
Okay.
I don't think they had a blender though, and that kind of ruins it for me. I don't know.
You have to have a blended drink when you're at a beach bar?
I feel like it just feels right. I don't know.
I agree with you.
That's the only time it feels right for me.
Right?
I just
right.
don't
Like,
order them.
I can't
I still don't order
I
them.
can't sit at this bar at the safe house and have a blended drink. It just feels wrong to me.
I can have blended drinks in general for some reason. It just don't do well with me.
But like something about a blended drink when it's like 90 degrees and you're on the beach. I mean, hey, come on.
100%.
Yeah,
I'm right
I
there. with
can't
you.
do it.
It's like an alcoholic snow cone.
But it's also like a little bit of brain freeze.
yeah,
You know?
yeah.
But-
you gotta be better than that.
They
though,
gets
Rachel.
watered
You know?
down in
You
the
gotta-
sun, and I don't know. I just can't. I'll drink a tropical drink.
And
That's
a regular
not frozen.
drink's gonna get watered down in the sun, man.
I know, but I
The
just
ice
drink it
melts
different.
at the
I
same
drink
rate.
it differently. Is what I'm saying.
All right, well, maybe you should just drink it differently in general.
I'll try. I'll try.
Try my
I
best.
visited Rob Hyden and Bobby Buns, aka Handsome Rob, aka probably like 6 other names that I can't remember at the moment. Over at the Bonnet Shores, and I'm like, and I felt horrible, but I'm like, I want a mudslide. I'm like, you got like eight blenders on this bar. Let me get a mudslide, please.
He definitely hated you.
It was no. I mean, he had to make like 3 other ones, I guess, so it was fine. But it was goddamn delicious.
So Rachel, how long have you been with your fiance?
About 2 years.
Okay, let me ask you a question. When you first started dating, what would be a drink he would order that would turn you off? I'm not saying he ever has done it, but if let's say there was one.
Maybe he did already. Who knows? But
No, because they just got engaged. I'm pretty sure she's over it if she was.
I
I'm
mean,
saying-
maybe
if
she
you
got
know,
over
there's
it.
a drink on a date. You guys are going to a bar, dive bar, whatever it is, and he
First
orders
drink,
a drink.
first drink.
He orders a drink that you're like, okay, this is never gonna work out. I'm all done with you. What would
Well-
that drink be?
Okay, so I mean, he drinks bourbon and Manhattans and beer, and like
Okay,
all
so
of those are attractive guy drinks.
He's a real man, yeah.
He's
He's a real
okay,
man.
there is such
A man's
thing,
man.
and I think girls can agree with me. There's such thing, yeah, there is such thing as attractive drinks or not. A guy that drinks like whiskey and like beer, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing. Bourbon, and they have a lot of knowledge about it. Like he can sip it, he knows all the notes and the flavors. That's attractive. I think.
What's unattractive to you?
I think what would be unattractive on a date would be a guy ordering my same fruity drink just because he wants to please me. And that's happened before, you know, or where I'm like, ooh, I want to do, like, let's say get the work wife. Ooh, I want to do a work wife. And then a guy that's trying to please you, oh, I'm going to get the work wife too. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Oh, you're going to get the salad? I'll get the salad too. That's unattractive. Do you know what I'm saying?
That ever happened to you?
I don't go on dates with guys like that. But I've seen it. I've served couples where they're, you know, there's like, like, they just, whatever the woman wants. And I want a guy to, and which is my fiance, order a big fat burger and drink bourbon or drink beer. Like, that's attractive, you know, for me. Or order a big steak or whatever, things like that. There's, you know, it's when they order like the fruity drinks or just order what you get. For me, I'm like, be your own person. Like, get what you want. You want a giant beer? Get a beer. Get a tall, you know?
But what if that drink was the drink of his choice, but he was having to order the drink of his choice?
Yeah. What if he ordered it first?
Well, that would still, if it was, I guess it depends. Like, I mean,
maybe the guy really likes vodka and strawberry lemonade. I don't know.
Maybe there's nothing wrong with that.
Goddamn delicious.
I just don't, personally, I don't know. I don't find that attractive. I mean, but I'm very old-fashioned with things like that, so I might be the wrong person to ask.
Mario, give me a regular kettle. No peach this time. That was a joke. I'm sorry.
Oh, I get it.
Fucking Jesus.
Actually, no peach this time.
No peach. Sorry.
I don't drink fruity drinks.
Nope.
But that's totally different, though. I'm talking about fruity. And guess what? If we're at a winery and, like, we've gotten wine before, 100%. Who cares? We're enjoying wine. We're enjoying the experience. But going to a bar and, you know, getting...
You can't get wine at a dive bar.
No.
That doesn't work like that.
I have before.
If it's good wine.
Yep.
You can.
I do love wine. I'm a big wine girl.
The dive bars I go to, you can't get wine. It's open and the bottle has dust on it.
You
Yes.
definitely stay away from that one.
Like,
Yep.
You definitely gotta stay away from those.
Yep.
no.
Yeah.
That's a oh.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Because there's been times I've waited on couples, dates, whatever it is, and like the girl gets the man drink and the man gets the girl drink, and I'm like, who's a bet or something? What's going on over here? Like, you know.
I find that dynamic interesting. Also, and I'm sure you guys know this too, I love relationship dynamics. I love analyzing people. And when they come into the restaurant.
What's your favorite dynamic?
I did not know that about you.
I like old-fashioned. I'm super old-fashioned. I like a masculine man and I like a feminine woman. That is how I am personally for my
Like
life.
chest hairs, masculine.
Yeah. Like, I don't know,
pubes?
a guy that's like, I can like change your oil or change a tire. That
Okay.
I'm gonna drink a beer after work. But that's me, and I feel like I have some unpopular opinions, but I love seeing a dynamic of a confident woman who can sit back a little bit and having a guy, you know, order, and he doesn't necessarily speak for her. I don't like when they like speak for them, but they order themselves. They're happy, no insecurity. The woman's nice to me, the man's nice to me. You know, the guy gets maybe a beer or old fashioned or whatever, and the woman gets whatever the heck she wants. You know, I love that dynamic, and I love watching couples. You can tell so much about a couple by the way that they order, the way that they speak to you, you know. And I don't care about who pays the bill, really. You know, sometimes I can predict who's going to pay the bill, but I'm sure everybody can.
How do you feel about split checks?
I think it's totally fine if you are in a long-term relationship or like the woman pays every once in a while. You split checks on a first date. Absolutely not. You don't split the check. I think the woman should absolutely offer to pay on a very, very first date. Ooh, met on Tinder. Here we go. We're going to meet at this bar. And then, you know, he goes, oh yeah, like lets her pay. I have an unpopular opinion. I don't think that the woman should pay. Over time, when you're in a relationship, 50-50. She pays sometimes, he pays sometimes. Like, oh, we're going to split it this time. First date, you split it. That's fine. You know? I don't know. You guys look like you're not agreeing with me as much.
No. I just thought.
I know the only time the girl should pay if it's the other guy's birthday.
100%. Or if you're in a serious relationship, you know, then, you know, you split every once in a while. But, like, I don't know. I don't know if that's a normal thought. I think most girls feel that
15
way.
years married. No. 11 years married, 15 years with my wife. Never once split the check with her.
Yeah, see?
I never will.
Yeah. That's good.
Megan
That's a
buys
good
me
thing.
breakfast once in a while.
Don't get me wrong. The wife pays for pizza once in a while online. Don't get me wrong. But I'm just saying, like,
I'm there.
Never. I'm not at Spain restaurants splitting the $200 tab. Give me a debit card. We're not doing that. No, I got.
I've also done it. She's like, let's split it, and I just like slap the card on the top to pay, and I'm like, too late.
Well, and I think the financial situation says a lot, and I think a lot of women are always like, oh, he has to make this much every year, or he has to. You see these videos on TikTok of girls, how much would your partner, if you would marry somebody, how much would you want to make? They go, $500,000 a year, or $150,000 a year.
Yeah.
Like, that is so unrealistic, and that's not what I'm talking about. That is not what I'm talking about. You don't expect them. You don't expect them to make that much, but it's the act. I mean, the financial situation is huge. If you guys are making the same money, he makes less than you, that's totally different. But I think in general, like, you know, I think it's nice for a woman, for a girl to buy her boyfriend or husband a beer every once in a while. But I also think on a first date, I love the dynamic. I love watching couples sit at a bar. And I don't know if you guys get this, but girls act different towards you, you know, depending on how healthy their relationship is. They speak more confidently if they're happy. They're more friendly to you if they're happy in their relationship.
No, that's true. That's true. Yeah,
that's real.
And you see it every day serving tables. You like it. It is fascinating. I'll call my mom when I'm coming home from work, and I'm like, this happened with this couple at work. Like, I love analyzing couples that come into the restaurant.
Okay.
So if you ever come into the restaurant, I'm gonna psychoanalyze you.
Here's a fun one. I've seen this a couple times. I'm wondering if you've seen this. You ever bring the bill over and the guy hands you the card and then you run the card, but it's the girl's card?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. That is bizarre.
Well, how do we know he doesn't have a girl name?
I mean,
Tiffany would be a hard one to say that you're
Ashley,
a guy.
you know,
Yeah.
Stephanie. Kelly.
Yeah.
Stephanie, you know, guy and
Okay,
girl.
But I mean, there's not a shadow. I
Tony.
mean, it's a card that there's not a shadow of a doubt.
Okay.
That's not
But
this dude's
you also notice it when you drop it
Let
off
me ask
and
you,
you look over and you see him give it back to
name.
her.
Yeah,
You know?
I'm like,
Do you think it's hers, or do you think it's his mom's or something? Maybe it's his mom's name, you know.
I mean, I'd hope it's hers. I don't know if it's better if it's his mom's. I don't know.
Like, my fiance pays for every meal that we eat, every drink, every time we go out. I never pay. But at the same time, I don't, he comes home, I'm so old fashioned. Here we go. Hold your butts. When he comes home,
Hold your butt?
Hold your butts. He comes home, I have super unpopular opinions, but he comes home to a clean house and I cook him dinner every night. And I love doing that for him. It's not that it's expected thing. He's not like, woman, cook for me, you know, I better come home to, we're nice to each other. He buys me drinks when we go out. He buys me dinner every time we go out, but he comes home to a clean house. Laundry's done. He doesn't ask for that. He doesn't expect that. I just that's the masculine feminine dynamic that works, you know? So just because a woman expects a guy to pay does not mean that it's not like they're not giving anything back for that.
Oh, anytime I leave the house, food related, I pay.
That's good. It's a good thing.
The wife pays for food, like takeout and stuff for kids.
Yeah,
but, like,
that's
other than that,
easy
like,
stuff.
Takeout doesn't always count. Takeout doesn't count.
No, and it's split.
If you sit.
And every relationship is different, and you know, I don't know.
Oh, I'm sure if I told my wife I'd give me half, she would in a minute. But we never do.
I don't know. That's what's worked for me, and I love that dynamic, and I think it works well for a lot of couples, and not everybody's like that.
I just think a first date, the guy needs to pay, unless something really bad happens.
Yes. Oh yeah.
I mean, a lot of bad things can happen
That's
in the
very
middle of
true.
the date too. So.
That's very true. Yeah, you know, I don't think about that either. But also, if you're on a date, you're on a very first date with somebody, you almost can, depending on the person you decide to go on a date with, you know their dynamic. You know, like a high value person isn't going to go on a date with somebody that's not equally high value with the same morals. If you have that moral compass, you're going to end up finding somebody with the same moral compass. Is it the 1950s like I'm acting like? No. But do I have that thought process a little bit? So don't take my advice if you don't want to.
You ever had like a couple on a date when she goes to the bathroom, the guy hit on you? Or trying to invite you home for like a three-way?
No. I've never had that.
Swingers.
Again, not approachable.
Okay.
But I
Give
mean,
it time. It's a
I
safe
never,
house trap. It might happen this year.
Never in my entire life have I ever served a couple knowing that even if I'm like when I was single, I've never looked at somebody who is married or somebody who's in a relationship like, oh, I want that girl's man. Never in my entire life. So when people assume
You were raised
off the
properly.
bat,
You get raised properly.
I also don't think. I think a lot of women servers and bartenders feel that way when women are insecure off the bat. Like, never are they like, "Oh, I want her man." Never. That's an insecurity in a relationship. I'm sure you guys have had a lot of girls in this podcast. I listened to the one with Emily on it because I love Emily.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Of course. She's probably going to
Emily's
listen to
great.
this.
Emily's
Shout
great.
out Emily.
Emily
Branch. I love you.
I think that was Emily and Amanda.
Emily and Amanda both.
Yeah.
Lord.
That was a good one.
That was a great one.
I'm
yeah.
sure that they can relate, you know? They're not going to be, oh, I want that man that's with another woman. That's weird. That's a weird thought process. You guys know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I know exactly what you're saying.
I hear you, buddy.
Mm-hmm. I hear you, bud.
So we're gonna have to wrap this up. This was actually
It was a great podcast.
I think it was a great podcast. We got to know Rachel a little better. We haven't worked with her long. I feel like she's gonna be a great part of the team. I think maybe we can get her back once we go video. Hopefully, we're still working on going video and getting on Spotify. You know, that's a process. We just gotta get the game plan down and move forward with it. Hopefully by February we can get it going. But definitely, I think it's a great start to the new year with the first podcast of the year. And I know we have a lot of good things coming up here. The Trap Safe House next few months with the big Super Bowl party. And then there's the Valentine's Day dinner, but the Valentine's ex-boyfriend party on, that's the 10th, isn't it?
It's a Shred Your Ex.
Shred Your Ex party on the 10th of February.
Yep.
Which
is shred a picture of your ex on stage in front of everybody.
Yeah, it's becoming a new tradition. It's actually been pretty busy on those nights.
It's a great deal.
If that's what you're into, you know, I like to keep my stuff private, but some people want to air their grievances, and that's their decision. So they
airing
can
of
do
the
it.
grievances.
The grievances.
Still didn't do a fucking Festivus episode.
We didn't do a Festivus episode because Festivus was on SantaCon.
I'm aware.
We can't do a podcast after SantaCon. It's the busiest night of the year.
I know, but like we didn't even get the aluminum pole or anything. Jeez.
Well, you know, I think if we brought an aluminum pole in for Festivus, I think girls would be trying to use it as a stripper pole.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's not what that pole is for.
No, it's for airing of grievances. The feats of strength.
Feats of strength. So we're going to thank Rachel Crane for joining us tonight. We hope everyone out there is going to be listening to this year's podcast. We're so looking to get Kettle One to sponsor us, and you know, we're going to keep our fingers crossed. I have a funny feeling we're going to keep them crossed because they just... you think it's because I keep saying Holland?
I don't imagine that it helps.
It doesn't help. I'm going to get that in my brain. It's not going to say... I don't know why I keep saying Holland anyway, but for some reason I do. But anyway, I'd like to thank you for listening, and next week we're hoping to get another podcast going and another special guest. So we're going to thank you for listening, and you guys enjoy your weekend, and good night.